Yeah, I think I went overboard with the curling. Please ignore the hair. You know when you wash your clothes, but for some reason after dry, they smell like wet dog? I washed this bra yesterday, but like, wow, you know? The smell? Hi, Luciana here, your mouthy mom friend who likes to overshare and bring awareness to different motherhood and womanhood challenges. And in today's video, I want to share what I've got from my first iHerb order of 2021. Love iHerb. Just mostly sunscreens, mineral sunscreens, and mineral deodorants. Guess we're going mineral today. Why did I buy a bunch of sunscreen from iHerb? Because I'm done buying sunscreen here in Israel. Most of the good ones are extremely expensive, and for a product that you're gonna go through within 2 or 3 weeks, if you're applying like you should, 80 shekels is a lot of money for 50 milliliters. So I got a few sunscreens in this order that were way cheaper. It's almost double the size, and I hope they will feel amazing on my skin. So I can be happy with the idea of only buying sunscreens from iHerb from now on. Sounds like a triple win for me. For comparison, I've been using Avene and La Roche-Posay. Both are French, which have some of the best sunscreens you can get here in Israel, like in the pharmacy. Plus, these brands were recommended by my dermatologist once I started using prescription tretinoin. I've tried quite a few different sunscreens from these two brands until I found the ones that suited me best, and that could be applied around the eyes without burning. Very important. Yes, you should be applying sunscreen around your eyes. Don't neglect your eyes from getting anti-aging and anti-cancer protection. My favorites so far, maybe I'll change my mind after this iHerb order, are the Antelios, the classic one from La Roche-Posay. Not the XL one. No. That one is oil-based and I have enough oil on my face. Thank you very much. And the Avene Mineral Sunscreen, or Mineral Cream, as they call. Very water resistant. This thing, you put on your face and you're gonna need to double cleanse to get it off. So these two options are amazing. If I wake up late and I don't have the time to wait for the 15 minutes recommended for chemical sunscreens, to get absorbed into your skin and form the film, the protective film, I'll use the mineral one from Avene, since mineral sunscreens are more forgiving in the sense that they are physical sunscreens. So technically, they'll start protecting as soon as they are applied. However, this mineral sunscreen from Avene leaves an insane white cast. And I leave the house looking like a crazy ghost. But I don't give a shit. Gotta protect your skin. But if I do have time, then I'll go for the Antelios one, which is lightweight and transparent. Nobody needs to know that you have sunscreen on your face. Not that it matters. Why do you care? But still, it will look like normal skin. This is usually my choice as well to use underneath makeup. You barely feel it's there. Now, before we get inside the box, let's go over a few sunscreen basics. Y'all know I'm a geek at heart, and I love getting into details. So let's get to it. If you don't know the difference between mineral and chemical sunscreens, let me explain quickly. Mineral sunscreens have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide as active ingredients to provide sun protection. The minerals sit on your skin and reflect the UVA and UVB rays. Chemical sunscreens, on the other hand, they get absorbed into the skin and form a film to protect against UVA and UVB rays. And they act by absorbing the rays, converting them into heat, and then releasing them from the body. It's a whole process. Mineral sunscreens are a lot gentler and are the best options for people with sensitive skin. Also the best option for people concerned with oxybenzone, which is one of the components of chemical sunscreens. Look, there's a lot of debate around that ingredient. A lot of research is being conducted. And although it's not the target of this video, I'm gonna link in the description box below some resources for those of you who are interested in knowing more about how chemical sunscreens might damage coral reefs. Which is one of the reasons why I wanted to switch completely to mineral sunscreens. I don't want to use a product that can damage the environment, you know what I mean? Plus, some chemical sunscreens like the Avene Emotion, I don't mind the sticker. The Antelios XL Anti-Brilliance, horrible one. And the Cetaphil Pro Derma Control Oil Absorbing Moisturizer that I wanted so bad to love.
Burn like motherfuckers.
These three sunscreens are terrible. They're okay for you to apply on your cheeks, on your forehead, but if you get around the nose and around the eyes, you're gonna feel the sting. I don't recommend them. There were days that I was only wearing this on my forehead, because the most oily area I have on my face. But, are you really gonna buy a bunch of sunscreens for each part of your face? So this one, and this one, and the classic Antelios, they're good for everywhere. So it's just one sunscreen from everywhere, just get in there, confidently. So with mineral sunscreens, you probably won't get any burning, as mineral UV filters are gentler and cause less irritation and stinging. So obviously, mineral sunscreens, and even this one, or the Antelios, which are known to be good for sensitive areas and around the eyes, can still bother you if you get it inside your eyeballs, which is not recommended, but they won't burn or sting as much as chemical sunscreens can. If you can't find mineral sunscreens on your local pharmacy, the regular Antelios, again, not the XL, and this Antelios hydrating cream are great around the eyes. So you can get in there without any fear. And don't forget the corners. Very important, these corners. According to the research, this is the most neglected area, when it comes to sun protection. And yeah, people get a lot of skin cancer right here. So get in there. Anyway, mineral sunscreens rule. The more zinc oxide and the less titanium dioxide, the better. And chemical sunscreens are questionable, okay. But they also do a great job protecting your skin against photoaging and skin cancer. So you make your own choices. Alright, so let's get to the products. I have 4 different sunscreens over here. 3 of them are mineral, 1 of them is chemical. Correction, 2 are mineral, 1 is chemical, and 1 is both mineral and chemical. So the first one is the Eucerin Daily Protection Face Lotion and Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It says over here, it moisturizes and helps protect skin against daily UVA and UVB exposure, fragrance-free, dermatological skincare. Sure, marketing. I got this because Dr. Dre recommended this brand in lots of her videos, and I love her channel. Like, she's really good. She gives a lot of sound advice. I also love Hiram's channel. Like, it's good to have a perspective from, like, a board-certified dermatologist, like Dr. Dre, and a skincare specialist like Hiram. I combined both of them into, like, this beautiful, informative cosmetic skincare, combo. Like, so yeah, I got this because she recommended it, but also because the price was good. It's almost 120 milliliters, so it's like more than double the size of the regular, Antelios or Avene here in Israel. It's fragrance-free. It has more zinc oxide than titanium dioxide. Let me read the percentages for you. 2.4% of titanium dioxide and 4.8% of zinc oxide, and a bunch of other sunscreen active ingredients as well. And I'm also a big fan of the idea of combining, a moisturizer with sunscreen. I'm not a fan of makeup with sunscreen because probably you're never going to apply enough makeup for that sunscreen to give you the proper protection. You know what I mean? Not going to just like slap layers and layers of makeup. So I think it's just stupid to have makeup with sunscreen. Use a proper sunscreen and then put on your makeup. That's the best way to do it. And you should never dilute or mix your sunscreen with your moisturizer. Because then you can also reduce the, efficacy of the product. So, but when you have, a sunscreen that can also moisturize, I think, that's a different approach to it. Plus, it says there is a non-greasy formula that provides, what do they say? Effective moisturization. Sounds like a winner. Sounds like the perfect sunscreen to use underneath my makeup during the dry winter weather to give that extra moisture without making my skin feel sticky, Let's see. Now, the next one, it will be this Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Airbrushing Pressed Powder. Now, this was the first thing I went looking for when I landed on the iHerb website. Because I was looking for a sunscreen that I could reapply on top of my makeup throughout the day. And yes, you should be reapplying your sunscreen every 2 hours, according to the recommendations. But let's be realistic. I mean, who does that in real life? Nobody. I haven't met anyone who does that. Maybe I will start now that I have this. But reapplying your sunscreen at least once a day should be the minimum, And when I don't have a full face of makeup, that's easier because, I can just reapply the liquid on top of my, bare skin. But liquid sunscreens obviously wouldn't work on top of a full face of makeup. Don't try it. It's a mess. So mineral powdered sunscreens were the way to go. You can just retouch as if it was like a powder, makeup powder throughout the day, but it's a sunscreen. So this was the cheapest option for the size, with somewhat decent reviews that were not complaining so much about how they were looking like a carrot after applying it. So I took it, and I bought 2, because I like making risky decisions. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, I don't know if I'm gonna look like a carrot with it, but I got 2. Like, they had 2 options. This was the translucent. Let's see. I mean, how bad can it be, I'm gonna try this after I finish recording the video, just for the sake of answering that question. I got some, all-purpose sanitizing spray as well, because why not? I mean, this cost like less than 5 shekels. So I got, two, one for me and my husband, to keep it in the car. And I also have these hand sanitizing tissues. It's a Korean brand. They just feel really nice. It doesn't burn. Obviously, there's no alcohol here. 0% alcohol, good for sensitive skin, safe for the baby. So, with aloe vera, whatever, pass the sanitation test. I mean, it could just be written here. We'll never know if we actually pass the sanitation test. But anyway, it says 99.9% efficiency and sanitizing efficacy. It says 99.9 sanitizing efficacy. So yeah, I really love this. I use this for my son. When I'm out with him, I leave this usually in the car or in his kindergarten bag. So, I can quickly clean his hands without alcohol, if we're in the park, before he eats something, when we're out and about. Good stuff, and not that expensive. I think this one costs like 10 shekels. Not bad. Anyway, enough with the sanitizing things. Let's get back to the sunscreens. Oh, before that, okay. I got also this Aveeno Stress Relieving Moisturizing Lotion. Aveeno is one of my favorite brands, for like hand creams and lotions. Even for my son, I use the Aveeno Baby on him because it just feels really good on the skin. You feel like, it really locks in the moisture, So for the dry winter weather, these are my favorite, my go-to brands for myself and for my son. So I got this stress relief moisturizing, lotion to calm and relax. Because I was going through the selective process for an amazing job opportunity last month. I wasn't searching, but I got recommended for the job by one of my connections who used to work at that company and, had friends working there. And I was really into the idea of working for that particular company. I spent almost a month invested in the process, to get the job. I went through 3 different interviews, a psychometric test, and a business presentation simulation. And I was feeling like on top of the world, I was passing through all the stages, I was getting recommended by people, inside the company that knew me. I was progressing well, through the process. And I was already seeing myself working there. So I thought it would be really nice to have a really good calming hand lotion on my desk, on my future desk in this, future job. Since I get very dry hands during the winter, and if everything would progress good, I would start working there, now in January. So anyway, I was already, visualizing it. I was counting with it, which again is something stupid. Don't do that. So I added this to my iHerb order. And now I'm going to use it at home. Because last week I got a call that they decided to move on with someone else for the position. And I was like devastated for 2 days. Anyway, and now I have the cream to remind me of that. It's okay. We should always learn with our failures. And also I should remember not to count my chickens before the eggs hatch. Is that how they say? Anyway, it's a good moisturizer with the natural colloidal oatmeal that feels really good on the skin, like I said before. So it's not a waste. And since I was already in the Aveeno page, I checked the sunscreens that they had. And I bought these too. Let me open it. Which also contain my beloved oat. Now, I have high hopes for this Avene Positively Mineral sunscreen because it's made only with zinc oxide, like 100% just zinc oxide. And like I said before, the more zinc instead of titanium dioxide, the better. Plus, it says that it dries to a matte finish. And being someone with an oily skin, it's always a plus. It says over here in tiny, tiny letters, dries sheer on skin, fast absorbing, dries with a matte finish, easy to apply, hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, paraben-free, phthalate-free, and dye-free. What the hell is a phthalate?
What are phthalates? You can't see, smell, or taste them, but they're in hundreds of products you use every day. They're also in the food you eat. Phthalates are chemicals that make plastic soft and flexible.
Okay, learning new things every day. So yeah, I'm excited to try this one, especially because mineral sunscreens are usually oil-based. It doesn't say here there's oil-free, but it says that it dries sheer on skin and with the matte finish. So really excited about this one. So yeah, I hope this one is not oily or sticky and I can use underneath my makeup. All right, so the second one, the Aveeno Protect and Hydrate Sunscreen. This is the chemical one of the order. It says here broad spectrum SPF 70, which is bullshit. It's just a marketing thing. Because anything above 50 is just like, just trying to convince you that this is better than the other. But like, technically, according to the research that I've done, they can't offer more than just 50. So, yeah. So yeah, I got this one because I wanted a strong sunscreen, that would be like really sweat and water resistant, to replace my Avene one for when I go on like morning runs, during the day after I leave my son in the kindergarten. And I hope it won't burn around my eyes. Let's see. Now, the last items I have here in the box are mineral deodorants. Yes. I've been trying to stop using regular deodorants for a few months now. I think it was like since August, which is a horrible month to make the transition. Horrible. The hardcore antiperspirant deodorants, they block your armpits from sweating. Basically, that's what they do. The aluminum that they contain, they just block your sweat from coming out. Basically, that's what happens. So when you stop wearing those kind of deodorants and you move to aluminum-free deodorants, which is what I was going for, wow, you're gonna stink like a lot. It's hard. Like I don't remember the last time I was that stinky. Like maybe when you're a teenager learning how to use deodorant, So yeah, it's bad. Your body's like adjusting and you're sweating a lot and it smells. So I try a few different aluminum-free deodorants, the few ones that you can buy here in Israel. Because again, not a lot of options. This country still has a long way to go when it comes to, cosmetic and beauty products options. So my first one was the Dove. And that is so inefficient. Like, I don't know, it was like really bad. It didn't work for me. I used the peach whatever scent. Maybe it was just bad timing because, it was like really hot, August, September here in Israel. It's very hot. You sweat a lot. And it was also the transition period. So maybe I'll give them a try later on. I don't know. But yeah, that one didn't work. And then I went ahead and I bought the Fila ones. And those burned my armpits. Like especially the green one. The green one. I'm going to put the options here. There are like 3 options that they sell here in Israel. So one of them, this one here, burned a lot. Like even when I'm not shaved, when it's like very hairy and like the skin is like unbothered, you spray it on and it burns. So I was like, okay. It controls a bit more the smell, the odor, but it just burns. Like I was like, I can't use this. It's like burning me here. And then the second one was the chamomile one, I think. It burned less. Still bothered me a little bit, but less. Now the one that doesn't bother at all and somewhat works quite okay is the sensitive one, this one here, which is the one I'm finishing right now. So that one works quite okay. It keeps the smell at bay. But I wanted cheaper options because again, everything here in Israel is overpriced, especially, imported. I mean, most of the things are imported here.
Okay.
So I decided to turn to Belle Aviv, which is a Facebook group we have here in Israel for women only. And one of the ladies there from the US, she said, like, where can I get the crystal deodorant? Like, she was looking for it. She couldn't buy it here in Israel because there isn't. Hers were finishing, the stash that she brought from the US with her. And she wanted to know where she could buy or alternatives that she could get here in Israel. So a lot of people were saying, hey, you can buy on iHerb. And everybody was just like, wow, this bread is amazing. Like, yeah, I want to buy as well. Like, everybody was just giving like really good reviews of this crystal deodorant. So I got 2 because again, why not? We're paying for shipping. A lot of people are saying it's good. Do you also do that? When you know something's unscented, but you still want to smell it? No smell. Yeah. It's really heavy. Like, this is a block of salt. So yeah, no aluminum, paraben-free, no white marks. Let's see. So yeah, so I got the crystal unscented stick. And I got also the unscented spray. Now, one thing that surprised me when I was reading the back here is that prevents body odor for up to 24 hours. Now, that's a bold claim, isn't it? I mean, endorsed by cancer treatment centers. Now, you might be wondering, why is this written on a deodorant? It's because, yeah, there are some researches about the effects of aluminum in your body and breast cancer. So, yeah. One of the main reasons, actually, why I wanted to switch to aluminum-free deodorant is because the research of, aluminum deodorants and breast cancer is kind of like concerning. Again, I'm going to leave links in the description box below for whoever wants to keep reading about that. But mainly because, when you're like in the shower and you're washing your armpits And you feel like you can't get there's like a sticky layer over there of the deodorant and you can't get it out. Like, I hate it. I feel like, what is this, you know? And then in order to remove it from under my arms, I was like using makeup remover, like oil-based makeup remover, like the dual phase. And I was putting some on my hands and I was rubbing in, and then it would like start like releasing that layer of deodorant. And then I would wash it out and I was like, what? I'm already double cleansing my face. Now I need to double cleanse my armpit? No. So it didn't feel natural. It didn't feel like normal. Like, this shouldn't be happening. Like, I don't feel like it's healthy to be using a product that is this hard to get it off of you. So that was like a warning. I was like, okay, let me research why is this happening to my armpits. And it was because of the aluminum, because, you know, the aluminum literally blocks it. Like, when you apply it, it just blocks your, you know, sweat glands from releasing sweat. And you kind of like need to wonder, like, there's a reason, you know, everything in our body has a reason, right? I mean, our nature is smart, our bodies are smart. So there's a reason why you sweat. Okay, technically, the main function of sweat is just to control body temperature. And I was reading some researches about, you know, how much sweat is used to release toxins from the body. You know, they're like, it's not enough evidence to say that by blocking your armpits from sweating, you're blocking your body from releasing toxins. I don't have a side on this one yet because there's still a lot of research that needs to be conducted. But, you know, just because the breast cancer concern and the daily hassle that it was just to clean my armpits, I was like, okay, there has to be a better option. So this one was highly recommended from Bella Vive, and word of mouth is a powerful thing. So here I am. I got them. I hope I like it. I hope it really controls the odor, because obviously I don't mind sweating, you know, like sweating is normal. Like, I don't mind when in a hot day, like I lift my arm and, you know, the shirt is all wet, because it's normal. But I do mind being stinky. So I hope this one can really control the odor. Now, one thing I have to say that I found very interesting, that crystal deodorant can last for more than a year of daily use. Did you hear that? A year. Can you imagine? You buy one block of this, one stick, for the whole year. This thing costs like 20 something shekels. I go through how many deodorants a year? At least 6, I would say. 7? Each one of them costing like 15 shekels, 20 shekels. Like, you're saving a good amount of money with this. Nice. And obviously, not only this will help myself, you know, my body, but it can also help, you know, the environment. Because if I need to buy only one of these a year, it's a lot less plastic or metal, depends if you use spray or, you know, stick or whatever. A lot less waste on the planet, you know? So happy about that. And that's it. I just wanted to share with you guys what I got from this first iHerb order of 2021. I got all these new sunscreens to use, and I'm really excited to try them all. I hope they will look and feel great on my skin and around my eyes and, you know, on my face after makeup. Oh yeah, which, by the way, I promised I would do this, right, by the end of the video. Okay, let's do that right now. Let's see how translucent it is. I hate how these boxes, they're like kids-proof. Can never get stuff out of them. Oh, it's thicker than I thought. Expiration 2022, January 2022. Okay, I've got a year to use it. Wait a second. It's written over here that the active ingredients, titanium dioxide 15% and zinc oxide 10%. But on the box, it says titanium dioxide 6% and zinc oxide 4.2. Confused. Okay, so let's try that. I assume there's something to apply with. Okay. Oh, that's cute. Don't break it, Lucian. All right, so it comes with like a mirror and a little thing here. Oh, that's why it's like got holes. There's holes in the. Smart. Okay, you guys are thinking it through. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna apply with my own mirror because I'm gonna regret this, am I not? Okay, I'm gonna apply on my chin so I won't destroy the whole makeup. Okay, this is the most inefficient brush for applying this. Who wants only this surface to apply a powder? At least it's not orangey. You seen this? I guess it would be good for contouring, like sharpen the line. So yeah, well, I'm happy that it's not orangey, and indeed is blending in good with my skin tone. But yeah, this thing is crap. Oh, let's try this one. Now we're talking. Yes. Get a big brush. So yeah, if you're gonna use this, you're gonna have to carry, you know, a blush, at least a blush to retouch, because it's gonna cover what you have on your face. Wow, but not bad at all. Okay, thank you. This is not bad at all. I am really digging this. Nice. Well done, Physicians Formula. This one is definitely going in the bag. As if we could go anywhere. Okay, the same way that you shouldn't neglect your eyes with liquid sunscreens, I shouldn't neglect my eyes with the powder sunscreen. So yeah, you need to apply over there as well. A bag like this, put them inside, and use your little sunscreen retouch kit, you know? It's not bad. Not a bad idea. Let me know in the comments which are your favorite sunscreens, especially mineral sunscreens, you know, so I can put on my list to try later on. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all the new subscribers that I've been gaining for the past few days. I am really, really happy to have you all here. And that's it. Hope you have a wonderful day ahead of you, and I'll see you on Saturday. Bye.